Well, congratulations are in order to our neighbors to the north, my Canadian brethren, who won the Four Nations Face-Off Championship last night over the United States. It had to be in overtime, didn't it, Allie?
I mean, it felt like the fitting end to the Four Nations Face-Off to have such a, I felt like the entire game, and I know we talked about this yesterday, the intensity level was just on another level. And so it really did feel like the only way to end a game like that would be overtime.
Yeah, and that's always so tough in hockey because it's so different. There's no other sport. Occasionally, baseball can end like this, where it's a bottom of the ninth and you score to win. But hockey is just over in an instant when it gets to overtime, which is the beauty of it.
It's beautiful, but also heartbreaking. But, I mean, you can't really blame Canada. And obviously, in my opinion, I don't know what the U.S. was doing.
Leaving the best player in the game wide open. I think it mattered that the United States was shorthanded. And not only shorthanded, but one of their best players, Matthew Tkachuk, was in the lineup and got injured enough early on that he really wasn't able to participate. And so that you're down one of your top players. Additionally, you're also, that makes you shorthanded, which means the rest of your guys are going to get more tired and whatever. And this is a game that takes a lot out of you. And it was an up and down game too. A lot of times in hockey, like in the regular season or whatever, teams play different styles, and you get it you don't get a game like you got last night, where it's scoring chance at one end, zip right down the ice, other end, you get a scoring chance or two, and it just kept going. Sometimes you just kind of, it settles in, everybody's calm, but that's not what happened last night.
Not at all.
Nor should it, but I mean, man, an exciting game.
Such an exciting game. I was talking to my dad when I got home because I was out last night, so I missed the beginning of the game, so I missed Canada's first goal. And I was able to make it home right before Brady Tkachuk scored that goal to tie it towards the end of the first period. And my dad was he's like, this game is just a shootout. Literally, it's just one moment after another. Every single person was just taking a big shot. And so, like you said, it was a high energy, high impact type of game.
I don't think there's another sport where you can get where it's just so thrilling when it gets going like this, Football is fun. It's my favorite sport. I like baseball. I like basketball. But when you get to a must-win game in hockey, and the way you are on the edge of your seat, there is nothing else like it. It's one of my favorite tweets is from John Boy. He said, "Why watch overtime playoff hockey when you can simply snort cocaine and ride a motorcycle out of a helicopter?" That's what it feels. I've never done that. That's what it feels like. I don't have to because I can watch playoff hockey.
I mean, there's just something about the sudden death aspect of it that really does, your heart rate is just going higher and higher and higher. So, it does have that feeling of just high energy, adrenaline out the roof. So,
I have to say, I hope this happens for other people, not just me, that this is re-energize my love for hockey because I, being a Sabres fan, have fallen out of love. There's been nothing to cheer for. There's not been a thrilling game like this for me in a long time because they have one of the longest, I know definitely in hockey, the longest playoff drought. I think the Jets might have them beat in all of the major sports right now, but I haven't had anything to cheer for, but I'm going to have to pick, and they're not going to make it this year, but I'm going to have to pick another team to start cheering for this year, and I hope other people will experience this will parlay into further hockey love because there's a whole half of a season and then the playoffs, which are even better, still to come.
I think that's absolutely true because I certainly, after getting into this Four Nations face-off, have really started actually paying closer attention to where the Blue Jackets are. They have a shot at some type of potential of making it. And so, it has energized me to be okay, let me start paying closer attention. But I also will say, I think this really does, and I know we talked about this when the first Canada versus USA game happened, where it just refuels, reignites this rivalry between nations for hockey that is going to extend into the Olympics, and I can't wait.
Now you just got to stay locked in on hockey for an entire year, and then by that point, you're just going to be locked in forever.
Well, I mean, for sure, but also just I can't wait to get to that moment, and I know the players can't. USA already said, like, this has just absolutely, motivated us to go out there and win next time. So
while you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.